In the shadows of a remote mountain village, a chilling tale unfolds. 30 years ago, a family of 5 met a brutal end, their lives snuffed out in a single night of terror. The killer vanished like a ghost, leaving behind only whispers and unanswered questions. But now, decades later, a detective writer's pen threatens to unravel the twisted truth. Truth so shocking, it defies imagination. Picture this: a dusty police file, its edges worn by time, sits on a weathered desk. The label reads 1985 Unsolved Case, a stark reminder of justice denied. As we delve into this dark mystery, the air grows thick with tension, and the distant echo of footsteps sends shivers down our spines. It was a night like any other in 1985 when screams shattered the peaceful mountain air. A family, once filled with life and laughter, now lay silent in pools of their own blood. The husband had fought valiantly, his fingers leaving desperate marks on the killer's neck, a clue that would haunt investigators for years to come. But as dawn broke, the murderer had vanished without a trace, leaving behind a rookie officer named Tran with a burning desire for justice. Tran swore an oath that day, vowing to solve this heinous crime no matter how long it took. Little did he know, the answers he sought were closer than he could have ever imagined. The killer's shadow loomed large, a presence so near yet maddeningly out of reach. Years passed, and the case grew cold. The village tried to forget, but the memory of that night lingered like a dark stain on their collective conscience. Then, in 1997, a breakthrough emerged from the most unexpected of places. A farmer reported his neighbor missing, and Tran's team descended upon the scene with renewed vigor. As they combed through the abandoned home, a single fingerprint caught their eye. It stood out starkly against the meticulously cleaned surfaces, a lone sentinel of evidence. In a sea of emptiness, Tran's instincts screamed that this was no ordinary disappearance. With trembling hands, he compared the print to those from the 1985 massacre. The match was undeniable, sending shockwaves through the investigation team. The missing man, Nghi Pham, was the killer they had sought for over a decade. But why had he chosen this moment to vanish? The timing was peculiar, right after his son had passed the college entrance exam. Was Nghi Pham running from his past? Or was he hiding an even darker secret? Tran's pursuit led him down a rabbit hole of deception and horror. He tracked Nghi Pham's son, a brilliant mind, who had transformed from a biology researcher into a detective writer. The irony was not lost on Trana murderer's offspring, spinning tales of crime and justice. But the true twist was yet to come. In 2011, a grim discovery shook the investigation to its core. A skeleton, clothed in Nghi Pham's garments, emerged from the depths of a forgotten forest. DNA tests confirmed it was a relative of the killer, seemingly closing the case once and for all. But Tran's instincts screamed that something was amiss. The body was too perfect to conveniently place, a masterful illusion, crafted by a mind versed in the art of deception. Digging deeper, Tran unearthed a truth so horrifying it defied belief. Nghi Pham wasn't dead at all. He had orchestrated an elaborate ruse, sacrificing his own flesh and blood to secure his freedom. The skeleton belonged to his eldest son, a young man with mental disabilities, who had become an unwitting pawn in his father's twisted game. The younger son's expertise in biology had been the key to this macabre deception. He had manipulated the corpse's decomposition, aging it to match a decade-old death. It was a plan so meticulous, so coldly calculated, that it sent chills down Tran's spine. The killer was not just evading justice, he was mocking it. As the years rolled by, Tran's obsession with the case never wavered. He attended funerals, followed leads, and chased shadows, always feeling that the truth was just beyond his grasp. Then, in 2021, fate dealt him one final, cruel hand. At a somber funeral, Tran's eyes locked onto a familiar face, Nghi Pham's younger son, now a celebrated writer. But it was the deceased who held the key to unraveling this decades-long mystery. Nghi Pham, the monster who had eluded justice for so long, had been living under a stolen identity, hiding in plain sight until his natural death. The writer, burdened by years of guilt, finally confessed the truth to Tran. He had covered for his father, swapping blood samples to fool the DNA tests. But the weight of his actions had become unbearable. A diary, penned by the murdered brother, revealed a heart-wrenching truth, an eldest son's unwavering love for his family, even in the face of ultimate betrayal. With tears in his eyes, the writer uttered words that would haunt Tran for the rest of his days. "I killed my brother to protect my father." In that moment, justice slipped through Tran's fingers like sand, leaving behind only bitterness and regret. As the rain falls softly outside, we're left to ponder the nature of truth and justice. Did Nghi Pham's son write his detective stories as a form of confession, or were they a twisted taunt to those who sought the truth? The case remains a stain on Tran's career, a reminder that some secrets are buried too deep to ever truly come to light. This chilling tale leaves us with more questions than answers. Was justice served, or did the killer ultimately win? The truth, it seems, is as elusive as the shadows that dance on the walls of that mountain village, forever hiding the secrets of that fateful night in 1985. As we close this chapter of our true crime journey, we invite you to share your thoughts. Did this story send shivers down your spine? Hit that like button if you found yourself on the edge of your seat. And do you unforget to subscribe and ring the bell for more bone-chilling mysteries that blur the line between fact and fiction. Was justice served, or did the killer's cunning plan succeed in the end? Leave your theories in the comments below, and let's unravel this mystery together. Until next time, remember, some truths are buried forever, but others are just waiting to be unearthed by those brave enough to dig.